There's four basic profiles that I've come across in my years of teaching and tutoring. Early and consistent involvement are long-term investments. Okay. Tutors cost roughly about 1 to 5% of the family income. The return on investment from a math tutor is exponential. Okay. You don't just go up consistently, you end up shooting up beyond where you may have imagined. Okay. These are the four basic profiles, and I divided them into high income, high involvement, high income, low involvement, average income, high involvement, and low income, low involvement. Now, I want to be clear about something. Involvement does not equal malintent or negligence. Involvement means how much time and energy and resources you can pour into your your kid. High involvement means you can, go to all the parent teacher conferences, be on top of everything that your kid is doing, probably do homework with them, check over their homework, look at everything there, all of that stuff, put them in programs, go everywhere with them. Low involvement is more so maybe both parents or the single parent may have too much work to do and they can't do everything. They don't have the time and the energy. They can't look over everything that the kid is doing. They may have to travel. They may be the breadwinner, or both parents are breadwinners, and they also want their kid to have a certain sense of independence. So, high involvement doesn't necessarily mean being a helicopter parent, but low involvement doesn't mean that you're neglecting your child. It's just that you cannot necessarily watch over everything that they do. Usually people become a little bit more quote unquote low involvement or less involved around eighth, ninth grade and into high school. And some parents, they don't let up. They're always involved. Okay. So I don't want anybody to think that if they identify with any of these profiles that low involvement means they don't care. High income is usually, we're talking about $1 million plus. They're probably getting a tutor at about $200 an hour, 5 days a week. They're picking up their kid from school, going right home, and the tutor is there. And they're keeping that tutor, let's say if they do it from kindergarten to 12th grade, that's an average of about somewhere between 700K to $1 million invested into that child just with the tutor. High income, low involvement. They make about the same as the high income, high involvement, and they're going to pay the cost. They may not necessarily be involved in everything, but they will pay about the same as a high involved parent. Average income, high involvement. We're talking about basically between 80,000 to 200K. They're spending anywhere from about $600 to $100 an hour, and they might be meeting with that tutor 5 times a week. And for that 13 years, that investment is about 90,000 to 250,000 overall. Low income, low involvement, we're talking below 80K. Usually they may not have a tutor, or they have inconsistent tutoring, and they may spend over those 13 years somewhere on the average of about 70,000, which is still a lot of money, but we're talking about throughout their entire life. And the benefits that can come from that, they're not necessarily going to see the same amount of benefits. They're probably really trying to tough it out and pull themselves up by their bootstraps, so to speak. So we're looking at the four profiles in college and beyond. Okay. The way I developed this, what I'm presenting, is I took the California math standards, I took the California child developmental standards, basically where they should be at by those grades and ages, and what the prescribed actions are if they're behind or struggling on math, divided among these four basic family profiles.